Welcome back to the light side of the internet. Today, we're talking about a TikTok street interview that is somehow worse than normal TikTok street interviews. Inceptioners. The Desirable Truth is a TikTok page with over 650,000 followers. They're self-described as the voice of the people, and by people, I mean the people that are out trying to have a good time that he's harassing with interview questions.
Are you a virgin?
Am I a virgin?
The Desirable Truth is basically an alpha male podcast, except without the budget, the studio, the gear, the friends, the podcast. But in true entrepreneurial fashion, The Desirable Truth realized that all you need to promote your shitty worldview is a good camera and a microphone. Shut up. While The Desirable Truth shares a lot of the same talking points as your usual alpha male podcasts, such as the Whatever Podcast and Fresh and Fit, there is one major difference. See, while podcast TikTok pages generally try to cherry pick their clips to make them seem like they're making valid points, The Desirable Truth cherry picks their clips to make them seem like a fucking idiot.
Do you think a man should ever ask his woman her body count?
No. For what?
To find out more about her past.
And what do you need to do with that information? What is that? How is that relevant?
Your past creates your future.
In what sense?
In every sense.
Well, give me an example.
Okay.
Your past creates your future. It almost seems to me as if this guy just listened to a couple of Andrew Tate podcasts and said, yeah, that's probably enough information for me to go out and start debating people. Watching him flounder the second that he actually talks to someone who's emotionally mature is pure gold.
In what sense?
In every sense.
That's vaguer than me trying to salvage my Phil 105 grade, and I did not pass that class. But let's see how else he tries to back up this argument.
Deepest level you can know another human being is through sex.
Nowadays, I don't even know if I would agree with that, to be honest.
If you met a guy today and you found out he had a history of domestic abuse, would you even consider going out with him? What? What the fool?
Would you put that in the same box? Domestic abuse and sexual relationships?
I'm just showing you the way men think sometimes.
Hold up. Did he just compare hooking up with people with domestic violence? That's cool. I'm actually genuinely impressed that he was able to say that with a straight face, because that's not okay. Psychologically, this man belongs in the box that this woman is talking about. Romantically, this man belongs in the box that this woman is talking about. Philosophically, what is box? And you could also tell that the way he frames his questions, he's trying to make it seem like he doesn't believe in what he's saying. And yet it's so blatantly obvious that he definitely does believe what he's saying. In fact, he's probably so indoctrinated into the alpha male mindset that he's evolved beyond alpha male. He's evolved to beta male. Wait.
Why do you think men care about a woman's body count?
Do you? People actually care about that shit?
Men in general.
If a man is fucking asking my body count, he can get fucked.
I have a question for you. What's up? So, hypothetically, if one were want to get pegged in the butt, and I'm not saying I like it, but like theoretically, if one were looking to get pegged in the butt, but also like no judgment if you or anyone else would like to get pegged in the butt, but if one were looking to get pegged in the butt, and I'm not saying it's me, I'm not saying I want to get pegged in the butt, but where would one, who is interested in getting pegged in the butt go to get pegged in the butt? Do you want to get pegged in the butt?
Yeah, very much so.
Oh my god, that's so stupid. People actually ask that shit?
Yes.
Okay, well then you're talking to the wrong man.
Can I ask you this then?
Yeah, sure.
So, what do you think about the analogy? If one key can open many locks, it's known as a master key, as opposed to if you have a lock that can be opened by any key, it's a shitty lock.
I think that if a woman is an analogy to you, then you're not fucking ready to be talking to a woman, and you should probably get fucked. So, if a woman is the key to you, talk to your mom.
I think that this woman probably said it way better and way more eloquently than I could ever put it. So I'm just gonna kind of paraphrase her with really loud Mario music playing in the background. Stop objectifying people, you fucking wankers.
How do you feel about your girl having guy friends?
That's absolutely unacceptable. I don't think that men and women can be friends.
What if it was a guy she knew before she met you?
No way, absolutely not.
So the Desirable Truths YouTube channel claims to be exposing the unsettling truth of modern dating. But the only thing unsettling here is this guy's fashion sense. Like, hello, I'm gonna call the year 2000 to tell them to take their skinny jeans back. This might take a minute.
And a lot of women also like to say, you need to be a little bit more secure, a little bit more confident. You need to trust your woman more. And it has nothing to do with trust. It has more so to do with our biological urge to be territorial with our women after we claim her as ours.
I don't want you to hang around other guys anymore. Well, why the fuck not? Do you not trust me? It's not that I don't trust you. It's that I don't trust myself to not think that you're a complete whore. He goes on to waste an entire minute of our lives on why this is actually good for the woman and why it's totally not about his trust issues. Like, dude, if you're insecure, just say it. He also says it's to protect the woman because men know men.
We're very protective over them. And not only that, men know men, especially when you've been around the block a few times. You understand a man's nature and you understand a woman's nature. So yeah, absolutely not.
I guess if all the men that I knew also acted like this guy, I probably wouldn't want my girlfriend hanging around other men too. So fair enough. And here's the thing. It's so obvious that the interview is looking for this type of answer because while he barely asked Skinny Fit McGee any follow-up questions, he asked this next guy like 50.
How do you feel about her having guy friends?
That's totally cool.
I've always had guy friends. He's met every single guy friend I've had.
So you don't care if she were to spend time with them one-on-one?
No, I think that's insecure if you do.
How is that insecurity?
How is
There's
that
no insecurity.
I'm just secure with who I am. I'm secure in the relationship, and as long as you're secure in the relationship, everything works out.
You don't think her being in that environment with another man one-on-one would create a bridge between you two?
No, because at the end of the day, relationships are all about trust.
But why would your woman want to spend time with another man one-on-one if she has you?
I think it's as if this guy just doesn't understand that these people don't share the same insecurities that he does. Or he just doesn't compute that someone could feel perfectly fine with their partner hanging out with other people. And he keeps presenting different scenarios and different ways to frame the same question so that he can find a different answer. So how do you feel about the potential for shark attacks? At this point, we're not really concerned about shark attacks. Okay, but in the event of a shark attack, what would be your plan? Again, shark attacks aren't exactly a priority of ours that we're focusing on right now. So you're saying you would do nothing in the event of a shark attack, and you would be okay with that? Yes, that would be correct. Okay. Okay. So let's say hypothetically.
You don't think her being in that environment with another man one-on-one would create a bridge between you two?
Okay, I'm pretty sure when he said a bridge between you two, he really meant a rift between you two. Because a bridge between two people is actually a very positive thing. It represents a deep connection of two souls, something that Mr. Truth here clearly lacks. In fact, let's play a little game. Which one of these two people that he interviewed are actually in a relationship? Is it the man who's confident and has trust in his partner, or is it Kmart Andrew Tate? I feel like this guy and Mr. Truth should start their own alpha male podcast. It would be awesome. It would be so fun, so misogynistic, and there'd be so much more content for me to farm. That's why I don't ever let my woman leave the house, because the second she leaves the house, her ovaries would explode and all the men around would steal her from me. Absolutely, yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. I'm so lonely. Me too. If you were curious of who this guy's fan base was, you'd be in luck, because the people he interviews are also curious. When he's directly asked who follows him, he does this super alpha, super masculine, and super decisive move of pretending to not know fucking anything.
Are you a virgin?
Am I a virgin? No.
So why didn't you wait till marriage?
Oh, you're one of those.
No, I'm not one of them.
Oh my God, baby. Does your following like Andrew Tate as well? Like,
I can't speak for them.
The problem with this argument is that if he just took a little stroll through his comments section, he definitely would know a fucking lot. Here's the comments on that video that we just saw. My dude getting cheated on hard. She was deleting messages just in case. Bro lives in La La Land. She got a little defensive. No, she's not. She's not getting defensive. She's probably just uncomfortable that some random dude in the middle of the street is trying to instigate a fight between her and her boyfriend. That's like sucker punching someone and then complaining that they're pissed off. The fuck was that for? Exactly. Told you. Suspicious. Why is he being defensive? Oh yeah, he's definitely cheating on his girlfriend. So most of the time, the interviewer is the one who's from hell, but sometimes he pulls off the amazing feat of finding someone from a deeper, darker, fire, layer of hell.
What's your age?
43.
Are you single?
I'm single.
At 43, what's the youngest girl you'd date?
I mean, I wouldn't date anybody less than 18. Yeah, 18.
I'll just say, if you're 43 and your answer to what is the youngest age you would date sounds like an answer you are legally obligated to give in court, stop that. Mr. Jones, will you please tell the good people of the jury where you were on the night of September 2nd at 8:21 p.m.? Well, I can tell you I definitely wasn't at 225 Park Avenue where the murder took place. I can also definitely not tell you that I did not use this knife to stab the victim 21 times in the chest. Oh, come on, I said I didn't do it. You better hope there's no 17-year-olds in here. It's just a major red flag that the dating preferences of this man and the legal age of consent is a fucking circle. And if you thought that was bad, wait till he continues to open his mouth.
She can join the military, she can buy a gun, she can smoke a cigarette, she can travel into the world. She's an adult. She's an adult that can go to college, be free, travel the world. She's an adult.
Look, I get it. It's totally fine to have dating preferences. Stuff like, I like goth girls, I like tall men, I like redheads who are mentally ill and will ruin me both spiritually and financially. Are all totally valid preferences to have. But when someone is explaining their dating preferences and they have to use the term, she's an adult, more than, let's say, 0 times, it becomes less them explaining their dating preferences to us and more them trying to convince us that they're not a pedophile. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. I meant to say pedophile. Like, who is this guy trying to convince? Is it the interviewer? Is it himself? Is it the 11th Judicial Circuit of Florida? Mr. Jones, was she or was she not a minor? Absolutely she was an adult. She could drive, she could smoke, she had a passport, she was 3 years away from being able to buy alcohol. Oh, come on, again?
What would you, 43-year-old man, have in common with an 18-year-old woman?
Sexual attraction. Biblical verse is that when a man or a woman becomes of age, you leave your parents, and now you're an adult to choose to cling to somebody else. Guys think it's daddy's little girl forever. It's like she wants to have her own daddy. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude. What the fuck? As I went over in my last video, I'm a guy, and I'd feel like I would want to cover my drink around this dude.
When you go on dates together, who pays for them?
Yeah.
When do you pay for the dates?
I always offer, always. That's always something that I do.
So if he's covering everything monetary in a relationship, what do you bring as his girlfriend?
A lot. Trust me. I take care of him. Trust me.
In what ways?
A lot of different ways. I take care.
She cooks,
yeah.
she takes care of me, she cleans my
Always,
clothes.
always.
You can definitely tell that this interview totally drank the Kool-Aid from Andrew Tate for way too long now. His line of questioning here is basically, oh, so the man pays for everything in the relationship? Then what do you provide? And it's like a lose-lose situation for the couple. Because if the woman helps pay, he ends up demeaning the man for not being masculine enough. But if the man pays, he ends up demeaning the woman for contributing nothing to the relationship except sex. And in response, the couple brings up some very legitimate ways where the woman is helping out in the relationship. Taking over chores, footing the grocery bills, cooking, and just generally helping out where she can. And the interviewer just starts slamming the misogyny button.
Housewife material.
Okay, so you get it whenever you want?
Sure.
Guys, did you hear that? Sure. This woman is clearly so uncomfortable with where this interview ended up. And the dude just has this shit-eating grin. And it's because his brain already has this predefined agenda of what women and men provide in a relationship. Where the value of a man is defined by his wallet and the value of a woman is defined by what's in her underwear. And after watching all of these TikToks, I was trying to think for the longest time what this guy reminded me of. And then it hit me. Middle school boys. I used to tutor middle schoolers, and I also used to be a middle schooler. And there's really only 2 things that middle school boys back then talked about: Marvel and boobs. Middle schoolers thought that Marvel and boobs were the coolest things since sliced bread. And you know what? Boobs still are. Just stop. The point is that as people stop becoming middle schoolers, they actually learn that there's personality and people attached to those boobs, which is a memo here that Mr. Truth here seems to have forgotten. And with that context, knowing that this man just doesn't have a grasp on the social dynamics of modern dating, it makes total sense to me why he's going around interviewing people. Guys, he might not be misogynistic. I think he's just genuinely confused and trying to learn. But for real though, this guy's head isn't in the gutter. This guy's head is the gutter. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching and subscribing. I hope you all have a wonderful start to 2024, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye.